Thanks for being here, everyone. I always appreciate you showing up. So I'm not just talking to no one. And I know everybody else appreciates it. So we can all practice together. It's really nice. It's really special. So we'll make our way to Samastitihi with the big toes together and the heels slightly apart. Or as always, you can separate the feet a bit more if that helps you to find stability and feel, more importantly, feel stability. We'll just take a couple of deep breaths here. From the beginning, turning the attention to the breath. And allow that to be the singular point of focus for the entire class. And naturally, the mind is going to wander at certain points and it's going to become distracted. And whenever that happens, and no matter how many times that happens, have the intention to bring the attention back to the breath. So as many times as you need to do that, to bring the attention back to the breath after it's wandered, do that, even if it's 100 times throughout the class. Each time that you do that, each time you bring the attention back to the chosen point of focus, which in our case will be the breath, you strengthen that pathway back towards presence, and you strengthen that pathway so that it's more available to you off the mat. So we'll bring the palms to heart center. And we'll start with the opening mantra. You can join me or just listen, starting with an inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanaravinде Sandarshita Swatma Sukhavabode Nishreyase Jangalikayamane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi dharinam Sahasra shirasam shwetam Pranamami patanjalim. Exhale the arms down to your side. And we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, folding forward. You can bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back into high plank or lowering down. Inhale, lift the heart, point the toes, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll be here for about 5 breaths. So finding your own pace of breathing. Matching the length of the inhales to the length of the exhales. In and out through the nostrils. 1 more round of the breath. As you're exhaling, prepare to come forward. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Arms over your head. Exhale into Samastitihi. Again, just like that. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. You could always lower the knees as you bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 5 breaths at your own pace. Finding a smooth, deep breath with a tone in the vocal cords. So making the action in the throat as if you are whispering, but the mouth is closed and you're breathing in and out through the nostrils for Ujjayi breathing. One more breath. After you exhale, step or jump to the top. Inhale into half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Focusing the attention on the breath, moving in and out through the nostrils. With the Ujjayi breathing. Breathing with a tone in the vocal cords. Without over-engaging the throat, releasing the soft palate. One more round of the breath, again at your own pace. Good, and as you're finishing the exhale, prepare to come forward, step or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last one. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, fold, moving with the breath. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You could also take child's pose at any moment during this class. You can take a child's pose. Settling the attention on the breath and finding your fullest breath in and your fullest breath out without strain and without force. Don't force the breath to be longer than it is. Last round of the breath. On your next exhale, prepare. Step or jump to the top. Inhale as the feet land and you lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, free breath here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up into Utkatasana. Exhale, lengthen, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Lowering. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Turn the left foot 45 degrees, right foot forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, come back down, step back and lower through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Turn the right foot, left foot forward. Inhale starts here. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, all the way down through the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Carefully placing the inhales and the exhales. Smoothing out the edges of the breath. Always bringing the attention back to the breath, moving in and out through the nostrils. One more. Fully exhale. Step or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Exhale, straighten the legs into Samasthiti, and then again bend the knees. Inhale, again Utkatasana. One more Surya Namaskara B. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stay with the breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Turn the left foot, right foot forward. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, making your way all the way back and down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Turn the right foot, left foot forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, stay with the breath. Finish the exhale at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths at your own pace. Finishing the last round of breath. And as you're exhaling, prepare. Step or jump to the top. Inhale as the feet land and you lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Bring the feet hip width distance apart and the hands to the hips. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward, catch the big toes. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Careful not to create tension in the throat. Maintaining the tone in the vocal cords, but releasing the soft palate. One more breath. Fully exhaling. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, slide the hands underneath the feet for Padahastasana. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, fold. You could always bend the knees here if you need to. Stay with the breath. Last one. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, coming back up into Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana. Inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, pivot the right toes and move into the right side. Hand to the shin, to the big toe, or to a block. Inhale, gaze up towards your left fingers. You can also gaze to the side. Deep, steady, rhythmic Ujjayi breathing. One more. Fully exhale first, coming up. Inhale, pivot the feet. Exhale, move into the left side. Inhale, gaze up towards the right fingers. Last breath. Fully exhale. Coming up. Inhale. Pivot around, face the back of the mat. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, gaze up, right hand goes up. You can have the hand on the block, and you can have the hand on the inside of the foot. Last breath, deep breath in. On your next exhale, gaze down. Fully exhale. Coming up, inhale, pivot around, face the front. Exhale, right hand comes to the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up as you twist and gaze up towards the left fingers. Carefully placing the inhales and the exhales. Remember your options for variations. Block underneath the hand or bringing the hand to the inside of the foot. A couple more breaths here. On your next exhale, gaze down, fully exhaling. Coming out of it, inhale, opening to the side. Exhale into Samastitihi. Uttita Parshvakonasana, inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, pivot the right toes, bend into the right knee, and bring the right hand to the floor with the left arm over your head. You could also bring the forearm to the thigh. Last round of the breath. Fully exhale first. Coming up. Inhale. Pivot the feet. Exhale. Move into the left side. Attention on the breath. Last one. Fully exhale. Coming up. Inhale. Pivot to the back of the mat. Exhale. Twist into Parshvakonasana. B. Twisting to the right. You can have the hand on the floor and the other arm overhead, or the hands in prayer. Last breath. As you're exhaling, gaze down. Inhale, opening up, pivot to the front. Exhale, twist to the left. Deep breaths, one more. Exhale, gaze down. Coming out of it. Inhale, opening to the side. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, open back up, hands to your hips, Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Stay with the breath, finding the balance of strength and ease and release, surrender. One more breath here. Fully exhaling first. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhaling at the top. Inhale, reach the arms to the side. We're going to C. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward and allow the hands to move away from the hips. Settle into the breath. Focus the attention on the breath. Maintaining the Ujjayi breathing without over-engaging the throat. One more breath. Fully exhaling. Coming up all the way as you inhale. Release the hands. Exhale into Samastitihi. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, bring the hands into reverse prayer, or just bring the fists together as you step back and face the back of the mat. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Last breath. Coming up, inhale, pivot to the front. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Deep, steady breaths. Fullest breath in, fullest breath out, with no strain. Last breath. After your next exhale, coming up, open to the side, release the hands. Exhale into Samastitihi. We'll do one balancing posture, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, left hand to your hip. Inhale, pick up the right leg, catching the knee or the big toe, maybe straightening the leg. Exhale, stay with the heart lifted over the hips or fold forward. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing at your own pace. 4, 5. Inhale, lift up if you folded. Exhale, bring the leg out to the side and gaze to the left. 1. You can also be with the knee bent. 2, 3. Deep breaths. 4, 5. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, maybe folding one more time. Inhale, lift the chest, both hands to your hips. Hold the leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay with it. And 5. Release the leg. Inhale, pick up the left leg, the knee or the big toe, maybe straighten the leg. Exhale, maybe fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep breaths at your own pace. 5. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring the leg to the side, gaze to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest, both hands to your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the leg. Samastitihi. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump both feet forward, bend the knees into Utkatasana. 5 breaths. Keep sinking the hips. Deep breaths. Last one. Exhale, fold forward or just bring the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift or lift into Lolasana. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated Dandasana. Legs straight, hands next to your hips. Dropping the chin towards your chest. Settle back into the breath. This is a good moment to re-establish the breathing pattern and the mind's attention on the breath. Re-establishing that singular point of focus. One more. Inhale, catch the big toes or anywhere along the legs. Exhale, fold. Notice the breath moving along the spine. One more. Next inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, take a deeper grip. You can catch the outsides of the feet or grab the wrist behind the feet. Exhale, fold. Or just keep the grip where it was for the first time. Last breath. On your next inhale, look up. Exhale, bring the hands behind the hips for Purvottanasana. Inhale, lift the hips up. Reach the toes towards the floor. One more. Exhale, lower down. Cross the shins. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back or step back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, settle. Inhale, right leg comes into half lotus, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana, taking the bind and catching the outside of the left foot. Exhale, fold over the left leg. You could use a strap here for the bind. You could also take a figure 4 position. Stay with the breath. One more. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, come out of it, undo the lotus and cross the shins. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale. Inhale, bring the left leg into half lotus. Take the bind and catch the outside of the right foot. Exhale, fold. The mind wanders. Gently, compassionately, bring it back to the breath. One more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, make your way to cross the shins, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale there. Inhale, bend the right knee for Marichasana A. Exhale, take the bind behind the back or grab onto the left foot. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. So you can either be with the bind or right hand catches the left foot. One more breath. Stay with me with the breathing pattern. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the pose and cross the shins. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through. Exhale, settle here. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, taking the bind or grabbing onto the right foot. Once you have the bind, take an inhale and exhale. So I add a few breaths from the conventional count, but as long as we're mindfully placing the inhales and the exhales, it's still Ashtanga yoga. Last one. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the bind, cross the shins. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale, step or jump back as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale. Inhale, bend the right knee for Marichasana C. Reach the left arm up. Exhale as you twist, either just hugging the knee, elbow to the outside of the knee, or taking the bind. Inhale. Come into the posture. Notice the breath might change a little bit when we're in twisting postures. Finding new spaces to breathe into. The backside, the sides. Maintaining the pace of the breath, even in these twisting postures, as best you can. One more. As you're exhaling, come out of the pose. Cross the shins. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale there. Bend the left knee, inhale. And exhale as you move into the twist. Deepening the inhales. Releasing the tension in the throat on the exhales. One more. And as you're exhaling, soften, come back to the front, cross the shins, inhale, lift up, or roll over the feet. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through into Navasana. Pick up the legs for 5 breaths. 1, you can have the toes on the floor. 2, you can have the shins parallel to the ground or straighten the legs. 4, 5, cross the shins, hands in front of the hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. Again, Navasana. 1, 2, focus on the breath. Deep breaths. 3, 4, 5, cross the shins. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump the feet behind the hands for a squatting position. We're going to move into Bhuja Pidasana. If you want to just stay here, because you're not familiar with the pose or it's not accessible, stay here. If you'd like, you can lift the hips, bring the hands behind the feet, and sit the hips back to come onto the hands. Maybe the feet come to each other. Maybe the right foot crosses over the left. You can stop anywhere along this pathway. Maybe you point the feet and come down to the crown of the head or the chin, and we'll hold it for 5 breaths. Maybe you try lifting the feet. If you're folded, make your way back, forward and up. Exhale there. Inhale, you can straighten the legs into Titibhasana. Exhale, bend the knees. Come back into Bakasana. You can lower the feet if you need to set up again. Inhale, 1 breath in Bakasana. Exhale, jump back with both legs or maybe 1 leg at a time. Exhale, lower down, Trichaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, we'll come straight into Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet together and towards the body. And first we'll take 5 breaths with a straight spine here. Again, another moment to reestablish the connection and the attention on the breath. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Actually, Fully exhaling your next exhale. Inhale, come up. And exhale, last version of Baddha Konasana, rounding the spine and bringing the forehead towards the toes. Breathing deeply into the back side of the body. One more breath. Inhale, rolling out of it. Exhale there. Cross the shins. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale. Let's open the legs into Upavishta Konasana. Spread the legs. I'm just going to go at this awkward angle because of my couch. Catch the outsides of the feet. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. If you can't catch the outsides of the feet, you can catch anywhere along the legs. Reaching the heart forward as best you can. One more breath. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the legs and lean back, lift the legs, and again catch the outsides of the feet in the air. Find your balance, look up. And now pay close attention. From here, we're going to go straight into Supta Konasana. So you're going to round the spine, roll back, and bring the feet behind the head to the floor. Keep the feet apart and switch the grip to the big toes. 5 breaths here. And now pay close attention to roll up. You're going to fully exhale. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, softly land on the calves back into Upavishta Konasana. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, release the toes and cross the shins. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, lie down on your back. We're going to do a similar roll up, but with the legs, with the feet together. Ubhaya Padangushasana. Inhale, bring the legs up and over your head. Reach back and catch the big toes. Fully exhale here to roll onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, push off the feet. Roll up, find your balance. Holding onto the big toes. You can bend the knees on your way up if you need to. Maybe try a couple times. Maybe you can catch the ankles if the toes are too big. Good. Eventually finding your balance here, looking up. Deep breaths. One more. As you're exhaling, cross the shins, hands in front of the hips. Inhale into a vinyasa, lift up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, lie down on your back again. Inhale, prepare for Setu Bandhasana. Bend the knees only a third of the way up. Flex the feet and turn the feet out so the heels are touching. Keeping the pelvis on the floor, catch the back of the thighs and press through the elbows to lift the heart and bring the crown of the head on the mat. Good. You can cross the arms here over your chest. You can keep the hands on the floor. Option to just stay in this preparation, or option to straighten the legs and roll over the top of the head for 5 breaths. If you're going into the full pose, you want to press the outside edges of the feet into the mat and move towards straightening the legs. Or just stay in the prep for just a couple more breaths. 1 more breath. And come out the same way you came in as you exhale. Inhale, Chakrasana, backward roll. Or inhale, rock up to seated. Exhale, we'll all meet at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through. Exhale, lie down. Bend the knees and plant the feet. Inhale. Exhale, prepare for back bending. We'll do 3 back bends. You can do bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Inhale. Exhale, reach the tailbone forward and the knees forward. Inhale, lift up into bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana for 5 breaths. Maintaining a deep, steady breath as you back bend. Making the breath a priority, not depth, not going into your deepest back bend, but maintaining a deep, steady breath. On your next exhale, slowly coming out of your first back bend. Inhale there. And exhale, come into number 2. Last breath. Exhale. Slowly coming out. Inhale. And exhale, moving into your last back bend for today. On your next exhale, slowly coming all the way out. Good. Inhale. You can take Chakrasana if you are so brave to, or you can rock up to seated. Exhale, Vinyasa. We all meet at the bottom of the plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated, straighten the legs. Exhale. And then again, inhale, take your favorite grip to the feet or the legs. Exhale, fold. Maybe start to make a bit more space for the breath. Slowing it down if that's available. Really drawing the attention into the subtle movements of the breath. Stay with the breath. If the mind wanders, simply notice that it's wandered and gently, compassionately, without judgment, bring the attention back to the breath. The movements of the breath, the sensations of the breath. One more here. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Cross the shins. Hands in front of the hips. Inhale, lift up or roll over the feet. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, lie down. Inhale into Sarvangasana. Sometimes I like to first go into Halasana to set up the shoulders so that you really move the shoulders away from the ears. And then bring the feet over the head. Long, steady breaths. You could do this whole sequence of shoulder stands with the hips on the floor. Stay with it. One more. Exhale into Halasana. Maybe interlacing the fingers or keeping the hands on the lower back. One more breath here. Exhale, Karnapidasana. Bend the knees and round the spine. Last breath. You're going to bring the hands to the floor, straighten the arms, and as you exhale, slowly roll down the spine. And slowly lower the legs. Try to keep the head on the floor. Once the feet land, you'll catch the back of the thighs, press the elbows, and lift the heart to bring the crown of the head to the mat. For Matsyasana, first variation, keeping the legs strong and the pelvis on the floor, so that as you press the elbows, you can lift the heart, so you can Breathe deeply into the front of the body. With the option now to go into the second variation of Matsyasana, bringing the palms together, lifting the legs. Legs are straight, arms are straight. Deep breaths. One more breath here. Keep the legs up. Exhale, just untuck the head. Inhale, Chakrasana, backward roll, or rock up to seated, taking a vinyasa. Exhale, everybody meets at the bottom of a plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through to seated. Exhale, start to make your way into full lotus. Padmasana. Or just taking a comfortable seat. Wrapping the arms behind the back, taking the bind, or just grabbing onto opposite elbows. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Following the breath. All the way through the inhale. All the way through the exhale. Staying with the breath. Anytime the mind wanders, gently bring it back. Stay with it. Let's take one more round of the breath. Fully exhaling. Start to come up. Inhale. As the shoulders come over the the hips, and the wrists come over the knees. Pointer to the thumb, chin towards the chest. With a straight spine and a steady foundation, settle the attention on the breath, finding your fullest breath in and the fullest breath out. So you're also bringing your attention to that space between the inhales and the exhales, smoothing out that edge. So you're not straining the breath there, or grasping or holding on to the breath there. But you're letting that space between the inhales and the exhales be the natural pause that it is. So you notice that moment where the inhale becomes the exhale and the exhale becomes the inhale. And you notice its continuous nature. Couple more breaths. Finishing this last round, fully exhaling. And once you finish exhaling, bring the hands to the mat in front of the hips. Inhale, lift up. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing at your own pace. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jump through. Exhale, lie down. For final resting pose, also known as Shavasana. Completely relaxing and letting go of any intentional manipulations of the breath. Let the breath be natural as it spontaneously moves in and out through the nostrils. If you're ready to come out, you can begin to deepen the breath, making small movements with the body. Reaching the arms over your head for a full body stretch. And exhale, bending the knees and planting the feet, falling over to either side. And gently making your way back up to a seated position. Settling here for just one final moment. Bringing the palms to Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantan nyayena margena mahim maheshaha go brahmanebhyaha shubhamastu nityam lokha samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here.